Dungeons & Dragons will begin in just a moment. Alydin, you're seated at the table, and you've been picking at your food. The soup before you rolls, and your parents across the table from you look over at you again and say, Alydin, you look tired. Do you need to go lie down and have a nap?
No, I just think I've maybe been inside for a really long time, like just in my room. I just thought like maybe I'd walk around the house a little bit, just kind of stretch my legs.
Oh, yes, of course. You can stretch your legs all you want. We'll clean up here. If you get tired, though, give us a call. We'll help you back up to your room, okay? We don't want you taking those stairs too quickly.
Okay.
Both Tom and Carla.
I don't like that. I'm really making a face.
Like child,
she's
they can take
fine.
the stairs.
Yeah, I don't want to be put to bed.
Yeah,
I don't think I'll wake up.
That.
So,
yeah.
I would like to go exploring.
Okay. Dungeons & Dragons is a D&D actual play podcast, and I'm your dungeon master, Russ Moore, he, him. Also with me today is Amy Moore as Alydin, she, her.
I walk over to the desk, and I'm trying to be nonchalant.
Carla Maxted as Bonwyn Everbane, she, her.
Like I made some feedback, and they listened.
Tom Laird as Kavlaran Goldweave, he, him.
Where did all the ghost kids go?
And Kyle Classett as Bizard the Wizard, he, him.
Oh yeah, this is freaking my bean.
Dungeons & Dragons is a Patreon-supported podcast, and we love and appreciate all of the support that we get from our community. You can join us today at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. Not only do you get amazing bonus episodes of shows like The Adventures of, but you could also join us backstage at our regular recordings. Check it out today, and now, fuck it, let's play! Chair scoots out, and you stand up, and they start collecting dishes, and you see them taking them into the kitchen and start cleaning up after dinner. You exit through
The gift shop.
The gift shop, the hallway behind you, and you've come and gone from this specific room a couple times. Off to the right, as you exit this dining room area, you see a hallway that leads to the front door, where there's a set of stairs that will take you back upstairs where your bedroom is. To the left, there is a hallway that takes you down, you haven't been down this way. So there is a hallway with a door down at the far end, and off to the right, just before that door, there is another door. The door down at the end of the hallway is cracked open.
Well, I'm going to peek into that one since it's already open. I don't want to like raise suspicions like I'm like trying to be like sneaky or anything. So I walk into the room fairly like, this is my home.
You enter into this room, and it appears to be a study. There's a wooden desk inside. There are several bookshelves. On the wooden desk, there's a single journal. Looks like an old, worn, leather-bound journal.
I walk over to the desk, and I'm trying to be nonchalant, like, just like looking at some of the book titles along the bookcases. Any book titles jump out to me at all? Like,
make an investigation roll.
oh no,
How
I
to
have all
convince your fake child they're really your child. For dummies. Something like that. Anything like that?
so obvious. Oh my God, it's a 23.
Ooh.
Nice.
You're scanning them quickly, and
Yet thoroughly, apparently.
Yet very thoroughly. But what you notice very quickly is that the names on the spines of these books, you can't make them out. It's like the letters on them are ever shifting and changing, and even as you focus on them, the colors of the books themselves begin to change and shift. No one name sticks long enough to really register in your brain.
God, this place is so weird. I turn to the desk and take a little glance at the journal.
The journal's closed on the desk, and it's an old leather journal. It's got these like blue inlay on it. There's no title to it, no name
is
on the outside.
Is it bound or anything, or is it just a book?
It appears
like I could
to be.
achoo, and flip it open a little bit.
It's like a heavy leather bound book. Yeah,
but there's nothing that I need to untie or
no, there's no
unwrap.
lock on it. No, nothing.
Okay.
Like
Does it
that.
appear to be bound in human skin?
Oh,
face
a
off.
Necronomicon
Jesus, no.
situation.
Carrying forward that investigation roll, that was very good. It does not appear to you that it is human skin.
Yikes.
I don't even know if I would know if it was.
It's fine Corinthian leather.
No.
Oh. I want to. When I opened the door, did it squeak or creak?
No.
Okay. I continue walking. I just slowly shut it a little more so that I can't be seen from anyone walking in the hallway. And I want to open this journal.
Okay.
Just take a little peek.
You slowly and quietly walk back to the desk and you flip open the front cover. And on the inside is a page, very much like a lot of journals that you've seen, this book belongs to. And in scrawled writing, it says, The Banjo Man.
Brother doesn't even have a name. He just calls himself
He calls
the
himself
Banjo
the Banjo Man. It's sort of sad, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I am like, oh my gosh. And I start to quickly flip through and see if I can't, being as fast and as quiet as I can, look for anything that might help me either find Cedric or get out of here. Preferably both.
You're quickly flipping through. Roll investigation again.
Oh, it's missing the 1 in front of the 9 this time. 13.
You're quickly flipping through the book, and as you get partway through, you're trying to find anything that'll give you clues or hints. There's a lot of music notes, like notation off the top of the book. There's looks like song ideas all the way through. But then you get to a final page as you begin to hear your father's footsteps coming down the hallway towards the study. And one page you land on describes a need to find the right song, the right child, and the right resonance. And as you look up and you see the door slowly opening, the last entry of this page reads, "She is almost perfect. Almost. But she clings to what was. That will change soon."
Do I have time to rip this page?
Roll a stealth.
Oh, God damn it. Huh. Yes!
Fuck yeah.
It is a 21.
Huzzah.
Quickly out of the book, and as silently as you can, the page,
I cough or something while I'm doing it.
the page rips from the book, and you confidently, quietly slam the book shut and look to the shelves behind you as if you hadn't noticed
Yes.
the journal as your father enters and says, "Is everything okay in here?"
Oh, yeah. I was just maybe looking for a book to read.
He looks you over, says, "I think I have one for you. Come with me. Come with me."
I follow him.
The three of you are making your way down a winding path through the forest after having just... What?
No, nothing.
Nothing's happening. We're listening to your Cinematic description.
I'm not mouthing the words, making my way downtown.
Oh, it was in my head as soon as you said making your way.
And then I looked
I
up,
was holding it
and I
together,
saw
but I looked and Amy was mouthing it, and I was like,
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of Carla
we're
and
all-
couldn't keep
we're
my
back.
giggling.
Miss
Yeah.
Rolling,
Yes.
you're all dead. New season. Okay, bye, everybody.
I think part of our business meeting was getting back to the silly a little bit. So,
Yeah, but I've got to be the stick in the mud. That's my
Mission
role in
statement.
this. Yep.
roll for stick in the mud.
20.
Did y'all see that stick in the mud? Cav, Bonwyn? Look at that.
Okay, I won't say anything anymore.
I don't know. You're walking down a path. You just defeated a monster and released some children from a spirit prison. The sound of banjo echoing around you. This path continues to wind. You don't see a clear end to it at this point.
I've got a question. Maybe, Bizard, maybe you might know.
Fucking shoot, buddy.
Where did all the ghost kids go?
I mean, I honestly, I really don't know at this point. They're probably exactly that, ghosts of children past. I hope not the children that we're seeking. They didn't look familiar, so...
No one looked...
no one looked
Especially not
familiar.
Alydin. Alydin wasn't in there.
Yeah.
But, I guess we figured out whatever we were supposed to figure out there. So I think maybe we freed them? I'm going to go with we freed them.
I think
from
we
their-
freed them.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also believe we freed them, and they are happier and probably back home. Happy, loving life.
That's
Love
it.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now we just have a couple more children to free.
Exactly.
So we're on a
exactly.
streak.
This sounds doable when you
We
break
can do
it
it.
down into
Yeah.
into bits like
It's just
this.
saving
Yeah.
a couple kids. It's just going to a hollow and maybe like just getting them to turn down the banjo, like just a scotch.
Sure,
It's a bit
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah. So
Here.
so far, through a portal, following a path, saved some kids.
Mhm.
Through a hole, or an opening, portal.
I mean, yeah.
Follow a path, we'll save some kids.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah, we're just going to we're going to do
Wash,
it.
rinse, repeat. Right?
Guys, are we like adventurers now?
Oh,
Yeah.
like technically, I think we've
Okay.
done some traveling.
Cool.
Mhm.
We're definitely, you could charitably say, having adventures. It's
Yeah.
sort of scary, and I don't like them, but they're adventures.
Oh yeah, this is freaking my bean. So and I'm used to the weird shit, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why I went immediately to you with the question about the ghost kids.
Exactly.
I understand, and I'm really worried that I'm not not able to stand up to the expectation. But this is creepy as shit, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And it just right now is making me so motivated to find the kids. We got it. Like, this is terrifying me, an adult. So, yeah, we got to find those kids. So we're just going to path, right? Because it led us
Love
to
it.
the ghost
Blazing.
children. It's
Yep.
probably going to lead us to our next terrifying adventure. So
Mm-hmm.
let's
Well-
keep going, double time.
Yeah, and according to those lyrics, we're at the last part of it. So we just got to head to that hollow that those newly freed children we're talking about.
Mhm.
So
Great.
Awesome.
You're not sure at what point in the talk of becoming adventurers, but the sound of banjo has all but disappeared.
Oh, they're listening. That's nice. Like, I made some feedback and they listened.
All you had to do was ask.
Who knew?
There's an eerie silence about the path that you're walking down.
The kind of silence where you don't hear the crunching of your own feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not a good silence, you guys.
that's
It's a
worse.
still
It's
silence.
worse than banjo. Can I roll I don't even have my character sheet.
What do
Can
you
I roll what
before
the
you
fuck?
ask what can you roll? What are you trying to find out?
I think I am just I guess looking around and trying to see if things have gotten very quiet, which I thought I wanted 30 seconds ago, but now I don't like.
Turns out it's worse, yeah.
Turns out it's actually scarier.
Could you turn it up to like 3 or 4 maybe?
Yeah, just
but
go to
last
11.
time, so far we've been coming upon things, and I feel like I'm probably surprised every time. So I want to head on a swivel, what's going to happen next, because we know we're approaching the Hollow and probably the Banjo Man.
I would assume.
Well, can she
Yeah.
just ready in action?
I could ready.
You could.
Look at you, D&D and over there.
Right?
Yeah, if you want something combat related,
Yeah,
you
but
could
what am I-
ready in action.
Guys, I'm a level 2 character. What am I even going to do?
Slap a bitch.
I'm going to
Unarmed
clench
strike.
my
I'm gonna ready-
fist. I'm going to
Are you gonna
clench
ready
my
with the bitch
fist
slap?
like Franklin, like Arthur, like whatever
Yeah.
that fist.
Arthur.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't fuck with his plan.
Franklin never fought anybody.
No,
God,
Franklin
Franklin was a
definitely
pussy.
never fought anybody.
That's right.
I
I'll go on
think
record saying
Franklin
it.
was a beautiful, non-toxic masculinity that he was showing. Anyway, like investigation, I guess, or
Sure.
something
Investigation
like that.
or perception, whichever you'd prefer.
I'm better at investigating than perceiving. Oh, and I'm bad at both. That's an 8.
Welcome to the middle, everybody. Thanks for being here. We love that you've joined us.
We do
A
love it.
surprise
Into it.
middle launch.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, no,
wow.
it's coming out of a real tense moment in this episode, too. So that's going to scare everybody.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're going for. Jump scares.
Tense moment of this episode.
Yeah.
Radical tonal shifts.
You know
I
it.
was like, this episode we just recorded?
No, the episode that comes
the
out
episode you're
tomorrow on
listening to.
Dumbgeons, where you're still stuck in a house.
Fuck.
I mean, you're always stuck in something.
You're
this
always stuck
season.
somewhere.
It's true.
Kind
could
of your
be
main
hearing
What?
this
thing.
live.
I'm gonna get. I've got a Tuesday tattoo. I'm going to get. It's just gonna be a little cardboard box,
It should
and it's
be
just
so
gonna have
funny.
like chains and like a padlock
Yes.
on it. And it is
I
just
love
where
it.
I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
mean,
should I get one of like a pamphlet or something? What can I get? Like
Yeah.
for oh, that's really
I mean,
fun.
that
Like just a
pamphlet's
little
fun.
bitty one. Like we could go to the tattoo show. It's coming up in like a month, and we could go get like little.
I was thinking about
character
going for
kind
my
of
birthday.
specific.
So
Okay, let's. I've
Okay.
totally derailed us. I'm sorry.
okay, but we're in the middle. So if you
Yeah.
are with us on Discord, which we
You should
really
be.
hope that you
Yeah.
are, because Discord's an amazing place filled with amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
You should like drop little like pieces of our different adventures, because Carla and I will literally almost get anything tattooed on our bodies.
Yeah.
We have very
true. We're addicted. It's
we're
fine.
loosey goosey when it comes
Yeah.
to that. I am like a water
Yeah, I
bottle.
would take
I'll slap a
suggestions.
sticker on there, 100%.
Yeah,
So, that.
that.
What else happens
That.
on Patreon?
Oh, but also Patreon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/dumbdragoncast.
You get to hear a whole other show, and we just recorded some bomb episodes for
We
it.
did.
It's so
Yeah, we
funny.
But
We
you
like to
also
turn it
get
around. Is it
special
going to be a
stuff.
fight? Or are we going to make new friends? Who knows?
Don't
you
know.
never know.
Is it going to be both?
Technically, you'd be able to see us doing this middle bit recording right now.
You might.
Absolutely.
The different tiers. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a producer tier or above, you can actually watch these shenanigans happen live and let.
See how
I think I
seamless
can
it is.
speak for everyone who is watching when I say smooth.
Smooth. Always super
That's a
smooth.
quotation.
Super smooth.
I
That's a quote.
can put it up on the
but
screen.
there is
too.
one thing that's super guaranteed if you join our Patreon, and that is having an episode dedicated to you, which I believe Russ has that
Russ
person.
is about to announce this
Like
week's
today's patron.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today's patron, Les Winzel.
Thank you, Les.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Les. Yeah.
Oh, Russ sounded so alarmed, but he was ready. I don't know
You
why.
know
I was
what?
reading the
Yeah.
chat.
They do that to us all the time.
Again, we're
so
going
I
for
thought I'd just
dramatic
kind of
tonal shifts.
throw it over there.
Right.
Thank you, Les. You
Thanks,
are
Les.
Les.
Yes, thank you so
are
much, Les.
more than we
Oh
deserve.
my god, I was just gonna say that, Amy.
Because you're
We're
the
the
same
worst.
person.
I know we
myself.
are. We are.
Oh.
Les,
But you are
we
more
love
than
you.
just a pun to us, Les. Thank you for being
It's
our
true.
patron.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks everybody. We'll get you back to the episode.
Can we jump scare out of something? Is
Maybe.
it a possibility to end with
What do you mean?
Got
Did I
it.
get you? I got you. We did it.
It was
We
perfect.
did it.
done?
I was going to go with a
Love you,
look over there, but that was
Bye.
much better. Bye.
The sound of your feet crunching has disappeared. The sound of the banjo is gone. There is light coming from above, you presume from the moonlight coming through the canopy. You've noticed that the mists have started to roll back in through the trees, slowly covering the path. And as you round a bend, the three of you see up ahead another clearing. The air is still. You can't hear anything from up ahead. Do you continue forward?
I mean, maybe I will, pull out my bow and, ready that.
Yeah, I'll have my sword ready as well.
Yeah.
Tentatively walking forward into the clearing.
I'm just kind of daydreaming and looking at the trees. So I haven't really clued into the fact that there's
Sweet.
Just
Sweet boy.
sweet
Yeah,
silence
just
at this
enjoying it.
You're
point.
just
Yeah.
spaced out.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm an adventurer now.
It's on overload right now. There's too
Sounds a
much
lot
that's
better
new.
Do I need a cool nickname? Kavlaran the Terrible. No, that's no good.
Okay, well, two of you paying attention, and the third following behind, Kavlaran the Terrible. No, that's not right. You all step into this silent clearing. And as you make your first few steps into it, the music slowly, softly, and deliberately starts up again. Plucks on a banjo string. Across the way, you see a white wooden house with a lovely porch.
I swear to God, if there's a bucket on the lawn in front of the house,
The bucket came back in.
I
did come
forgot
back
about
in.
that.
Yeah.
Seated on the porch, rocking in a chair that creaks in time with the tune that you're listening to, is a man dressed in very earthen attire, very browns and greens. He's got a cloak over top of him, a hood that kind of comes down, so you can see a beard beneath it, but you can't quite make out his facial features. His voice is warm and slow and inviting, yet something beneath it is deeply and fundamentally wrong. Well now, y'all been busy, ain't you? Digging where you shouldn't. Running from things best left unchased. But you came all this way, so I reckon you ought to hear my song proper.
Guys, I think this is the Banjo Man.
I think we found him.
I don't know. I don't see a banjo yet.
Turn to look back at him.
Like
waiting
you guys
to see if a banjo appears.
turn to talk to each other, and he's just about to break into song. I was like, the fuck, guys?
Come on, little respect.
It's a distance. You could have a soft whisper conversation without interrupting. You see him reach down, and he lifts a banjo. His fingers begin dancing across the strings. The melody is hauntingly familiar, much like the lullaby half remembered from childhood. He hums a few notes, then chuckles, as if at an inside joke only he understands. Children get lost all the time, don't they? Slip between cracks, wander
Is that what you're laughing about?
too far. Yeah, it is, sir. The terrible, was it? Wander too far past the fence and forget where home is. And when that happens, when nobody's left to tuck 'em in, to hush their cries, to soothe that little lonesome ache, well, that's where I come in. He plucks a discordant note, and the clearing shudders. Standing up from the tall grass are wooden mannequins. They come forward like a silent audience, and their heads creak around towards you in unison. You see the man up on the porch. He grins wider. I take the strays, the forgotten, the ones the world had no use for. Give 'em a song to hold on to, a home where they ain't gotta worry no more. 'Cause what's childhood really but a tune that gets played over and over till someone up and stops the music?
At that perfect moment, Sorry, Russ, I want to let you keep going.
No, go for
because
it.
you clearly have prepared this, and I love it, but I also do have a readied action, and I would like to try
Go
and
for it.
shoot his banjo, because fuck this guy.
Go for it.
Okay. It's...
Hell yeah.
Oh, this is the nat 20!
Oh, shut up. Oh my God. Are you about to save all of us just right now?
No, I'm probably not about to do anything but die, but I will at least go out in a good blaze of glory.
Yeah, you fucking did.
Absolutely.
Okay.
As he sighs, shaking his head as though disappointed, you loose an arrow towards him and the banjo. Roll damage.
15 plus because of sneak attack. 21. 21 damage. I rolled almost
21
all max
banjo
die, you
damage.
guys. Oh my god.
Did you explode that banjo?
Oh, I'm sweating. So excited.
Is it the
Probably
roll? Is it
not
the
the wine
wine?
you're drinking.
We have no idea.
That's right.
Everyone, as if in slow motion, sees this arrow cut through the mist, moving towards the banjo, and cut, like, parting the sea of mannequins before. And Bonwyn, you've got your eyes set on this man. Everybody else is kind of following the arrow as it's moving through the space. And you see his smile does not waver as this arrow's flying towards him. It strikes the banjo, and you see wood fracture off the corner of it. Lets out this discordant tone, and as the creaking heads of the children turn towards you, their bodies shift quickly towards you.
Are they children or are they mannequins?
Yes.
They are child mannequins.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So much worse.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's the worst combination.
it's the worst combination.
I thought it was an either or situation, but nope.
No,
Nope, both.
they are children mannequins.
Okay, great.
A piece of the banjo breaks off and falls to the porch, and he looks down, his grin not fading.
Oh God, does it turn to liquid metal and then it back up and he's
Oh my
actually
God,
a
it T2s back
T1000?
into
Or it becomes a new child mannequin.
Oh no!
One or the other.
What have I done? I've only been an adventurer for 5 minutes. What have I done?
I think it's going great.
I think so too.
The mannequins begin to slowly step towards you, some of them breaking off and going towards the trees. And he laughs and gives a little tisk towards you. But y'all, you just had to go and spoil it. And it shifts his tone. That warmth is now gone, pulling at threads, making trouble, trying to take what's mine. And that's something I just can't allow. And he lets out this chord from the banjo, and you hear like a vibration start within this clearing, and the ground begins to shake beneath you. And coming up from the ground in front of you are these much similar but different to what you saw in the last clearing. These homunculus-like creatures. There's a large stitched together stuffed teddy bear with too many button eyes. There's dozens of dangling marionettes that begin to come from the trees. You hear horse hooves coming from behind the house, and riding atop of this rocking horse is this porcelain doll knight. And then with one explosion right in front of you, this jack-in-the-box shoots up from the ground, and its warped, twisted face begins bobbing and laughing in front of you.
Who reflexively punches it in the face?
The Banjo Man up on the porch now stands, rolling his shoulders, the banjo slung against his chest. The melody turns sharp and piercing like a music box suddenly wound too tight. And he says, "So I got a choice for you, sweet things," as everything around you stops for a moment. y'all can sit right here like good little ones. Let me play you a song till you don't remember what you came for, or... His grin stretches unnaturally wide, and a deep, resonant twang rings out, and the first of these twisted toys starts moving again. Stuffed bears groaning, the jack-in-the-box screeching as it lurches forward and backward towards you. Or we can dance.
Ugh. I don't know about y'all. I'm kind of tired of the dances, but real quick question for you. Is Alydin in that house? Yeah, you, Banjo Man. I'm talking to you.
As the jack-in-the-box kind of bounces in front of him.
Like, did I fucking stutter?
I have some issues with your logic here. Like you said, you take things and people that have been forgotten. Well, Alydin wasn't forgotten.
None of those kids were. We were taking care of them. They're not lost or forgotten.
Your friend isn't too far.
Alydin! I'm going to start yelling for Alydin again.
You hear the creaks of those mannequins one more time. As they continue to disperse towards the trees, make an investigation roll. All of you can.
Perfect. I definitely am used to being around a lot of loud, distracting things. I was born and raised in a blacksmith shop. Let's see. That was terrible. That was a 9.
Got an 18.
I got 14.
Ooh, I only got a 6. I'm not even in this scene.
Or are you? We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Bonwyn, you're calling out for Alydin, seeing if perhaps she's in the house behind the Banjo Man. Kavlaran and Bizard, you quickly scan the entire scene around you, but you land on some of these mannequins. And you start to recognize some of the features of these mannequins. You see the eye that works too hard of Cedric.
Oh.
You see Tally. And then disappearing into the trees, you see Alydin with a wooden bucket attached at her hip. And we cut back to the house. Alydin, you're following behind your father, and he said he was going to take you to find a book. He said, I've got something for you. And he leads you back down the hallway. You pass by the dining room. You see your mother in there washing dishes. And he leads you by a front sitting room. And up on the wall of this sitting room, as you enter, is this family portrait. It's a large painting that depicts the three of you. Do you want to make an investigation roll as you enter this room?
Yeah, but not with the fucking computer.
I guess,
Yeah, no, don't do it with the computer. First.
Were you going to change your mind?
Yeah,
Okay.
roll, you can do insight or perception rather than investigation, because you're not really looking for anything at this moment.
Well, that's a +0, so fuck. How about a 2?
20?
2 and a 0 is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see this large painting, and you enter the room, and your father goes off, and there's a small bookshelf, and he comes back with his book of nursery rhymes. And unlike all the other books in the study, this one appears to be holding its shape and form. Like it's like a book you've read before with the children, lent to you by June. Like, this isn't anything new. And he says, I think you'd really like this one. He hands it to you.
I take it carefully and I say, thanks. I'll read it later.
Of course. You can have a seat in the chair if you'd like. You can take it up to your room wherever you'd like. I'm going to make one more roll as you're kind of quickly... You can roll investigation at this point if you're...
21.
Now that you're in the room. Okay. Your eyes quickly dart around the space. There's a front window that you look out and you still see the picket fence out front. It's still nighttime. And your eyes shift back to that painting. And as you lock onto it, the faces, including yours in this painting, shift. The figures flicker between unfamiliar and ghostly reflections of yourself at different ages. You begin to feel weak. The book in your hands feels very heavy, and you have a hard time gripping it as it falls to the floor. Your vision begins to narrow. Last thing you see is your father rushing towards you to catch you before you hit the ground.
No, damn it. I rolled a 21.
Dungeons & Dragons, Season 4, Episode 19, starring Amy Moore as Alydin, Carla Maxted as Bonwyn Everbane, Tom Laird as Kavlaran Goldweave, Kyle Classett as Bizard the Wizard, and Russ Moore as your Dungeon Master. Dialogue editing and sound design of today's episode is by Russ Moore. Our community manager is Jessica Babiak. Music is from Epidemic Sound, and sound effects are from Epidemic Sound and Boom Library. Our amazing cover art is by Matt Garbutt. And we'd like to say a huge thank you to our supporting producers, including Gabriel Lynch, Jessica Babiak, Kat Waterflame, Jacob Madden, Ongeron Kiersen, Perry Mady, Old School Gamer D, Craig Zeiss, and L.A. Branton. We'd love for you to join us over on patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, where there's so many amazing bonus episodes, and now we're opening up the backstage of our actual records. Join us today. Hey, you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Hope to see you over there. We come to Kavlaran and Bizard and Bonwyn.
In the hallway? That's madness. How did you guys get here?
Transitioning
Look at him just trying to.
So happy to
He's
see
like,
you.
I'm just going to talk through you, Amy. Fuck
if
you.
I don't
we're
stop
changing
setting the
scenes.
scene, it doesn't count.
Sorry, what was that?
Well, I don't know. It was impactful and cinematic at the time, but
Was it?
that's
Lost
okay.
to the ether now.
Yeah.
Alydin! I'm going to start yelling for Alydin again.
Yeah?
You-
Sorry, I'm just coughing in here.
Dungeons and Dragons is a Dumb Dragons production.